Hello and welcome to Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. We've been away for a long time and we're going to tell you about it on this special edition of the Just Do It podcast, coming at you live from Hoboken, New Jersey. Yeah, I'm Alex.
I'm Eric, and to all our fans out there, you might be thinking, why on earth are they in Hoboken, New Jersey?
Well, it's a long story, actually, Eric, and I think you should start by telling them.
Okay, well, you might remember about a year ago, I don't have the exact date, time flies when you have been living a stressful life like we have. But we only made it 3 episodes into season 7, I believe, and that's when the unfortunate struck. Us too good reporting. We had a beautiful news network, Alex. Just Do It News Network was thriving. Okay, maybe not thriving. There's something we have to come clean about. Just Do It Network was struggling aggressively without a strong leader like executive producer Bilo the hamster. Bless his soul. Bless his soul.
We were in trouble. We were outspending on all of those quality news stories that we were sending you. It was
Alex,
a problem.
I gotta say, we were making some good news stuff, but I'm a little saddened by when I said bless his soul about Belo's little hamster soul. You also didn't respond.
Well, I have some grudges about the cooked books that he left us. Okay, Eric.
Well, I don't care. He was a good man, so I'm
The
gonna
best,
I'm gonna
the
go
best in
again.
business.
I'm gonna go again and say, God rest his soul.
Bless up, bless up.
Okay. There we go. Thank you. I know. I just saw a twinkle in the sky above us, um, which must have been Bilo looking down on us. But yeah, so we had some cooked books. We were struggling to say the least, right, Alex?
It was times were tough for Just Do It Industries. I actually had to spin up a new side business called Just Do It's Magic Emporium. What were you up to, Eric?
Oh well, I mean, I had a lot of failed ideas because let's tell the people what happened here. The bank kind of we were missing payments, and the Bank of Mom started coming down on us real hard. They were asking about our budgets, asking to see if we were making payments, and we were missing a lot of our payments. So,
We told them we had a lot of assets, especially our exquisite rare collection of net beans.
well, I think you mean our Mighty Beans, Alex.
Mighty beans. Sorry.
That's
Correction.
right. So
I haven't seen them in so long after the bank took them all, okay?
I, I was actually just overheard it on the streets the other day. Someone was talking about how Mighty Bean price is up, and unfortunately, the bank seized all of our assets after they figured out we were missing all these payments. So
Yeah, they said the Mighty Beans were, quote, worth somewhere between $10 and $150, which is ridiculous because I just saw the exclusive triple flip XXL Rad Bean go for 37 cents on eBay yesterday, Eric.
I know it was insane.
Yeah.
But hey, that's none of our business. Not anymore. At least we're trying to stay positive. So yeah, I know you had your little magic stint, which definitely helped. But I'm gonna tell the people about a lot of the failed uh expenditures and sort of extravagant ideas I came up with to try to keep us still on the air. Because at the end of the day, what really matters, Alex?
Podcasting for the love of the game, Eric. That's what
Mhm.
matters.
That is it. We want to get out. We want people to hear what we have to say, and I know that's the most important thing. So we're gonna do whatever we can to keep podcasting despite our difficulties. So the first thing I tried to do was it's easy. I mean like it's sad and it takes a lot of guts to start doing it, but I started panhandling. So I would go up to people and ask if they needed new handles for their pans. So I went door to door trying to sell these new handles, and it made do for a little bit, but I gotta say, man, it's hard panhandling.
Dude, it's really hard to panhandle. I tried it once back when I was really young, and the problem with panhandling is how many pans need handles, you know? Like, you flip a couple panhandles, life is good, and all of a sudden everyone keeps telling you they already have long-lasting, durable handles on their pans. They don't need any more.
I know. I
You
mean,
got to
it's
expand. It's
Mhm.
tough.
So at least I remember what our friend Maxie Boy Thuggins, friend of the podcast, often would tell us his stories of selling Cutco knives. So I really took his advice, and I think I kept us afloat for maybe a month, panhandling, using some of those savvy business techniques and selling techniques, if you will. So I would go to people's houses and I'd show them just the flimsiest pan they had, and I'd be like, "No way! That you better not be cooking with this thing. This will give you arthritis in the long run with such a flimsy pan handle." You know?
Yeah, that's definitely accurate. That's a good sales tactic. I remember Max's really sage words of advice when it came to selling Cutco knives, and those were, and I'm quoting here, direct, right from basically Cutco Jesus himself. Don't do it, man. Why are you trying to sell these? Just guys, stop. Like, you don't have the Riz. It's not going to work. Please, guys, you need to do something else. Eric, I'm begging you. So those sort of sage words of advice, after about month one, that helped you segue into what was it again, Eric?
Well, I began to melt down the awards we had received, or at least I
Right.
thought I
Yeah.
would, because I know those valuable medals we could get a lot of money for. But then when I went to our awards case, I realized we didn't have any.
Well, we had the couple, but the metals that they were made of, since what turns out were really big in Bulgaria of all places, but all the metals over there are toxic. They're made of stuff like beryllium, which is not good for you.
Well, turns out, we had already melted them down to keep our sister organization, Pimp My Tractor, in business because they were made out
That's
of chrome.
right. That's right. I
So
remember.
I had forgotten that. I thought we had something to fall back on, but when I went to the award, like the display case, I realized we really didn't have much. So that kind of fell through.
Yeah, well, why don't I talk about, instead of your business of handling pans, I'll talk to you about how instead of selling cheap tricks, I sold expensive tricks. Okay. I had a little pop-up shop called Just Do It's Magic Emporium. It's still there down in
I
Hoboken, New
I
Jersey.
I
You
know
can come
I've
by.
seen that place. The cardboard accents are really nice.
Business is doing well. We have a couple top sellers. We got all the best tricks. That's what they say. We got pull the hat out of the rabbit. We have the balls and the cups. That's where you store little cups. You hide them inside big balls. No
That,
one's
that that's impressive. I gotta say, if you guys haven't seen this trick, I would say look it up online, but we don't have any online access. We got kicked out of the Starbucks for torrenting a lot of things. So
yeah. I had to download Lord of the Rings like 5 to 20 times. So they kind of got upset with us for that. But that's okay because we also have the balls and the cups. Famous.
mhm,
Oh, I
mhm.
already said the balls and the cups. That's right. We have the stick and the hoops, and we have. You've heard of cutting a lady in half. Well, what about the trick that is taking this side of New Jersey, not New York, by storm, mending a bisected corpse? Okay, so you take two bits of the
What?
corpse, you put them back together, and then you cut them in half again. No one knows how you do it. It is
Whoa,
a
that's good.
just do it Magic Emporium specialty. We also sell fool's gold fiddles, a bunch of items that are said to be cursed, which I think is French for extra cool.
Yes, yes. Those French, they do have some cool stuff over there. It does have a strange stench to it, but they are very cool.
That's how the magic's working. That's how it's magically powerful.
Hmm, hmm.
That's what I was told by an apothecary.
So I do have a question about our Emporium.
Hmm.
I don't want to expose anything, but I believe that those bodies are ethically sourced, right? We just find them down at the dumps.
Actually, I get all my bodies down at the docks. They just
Oh,
kind of
the
wash
dock.
up from time to time, and then we pop them to get all the gas out and turn them into your magic trick.
Well, so I gotta say, I mean, I can't be upset with everyone always talks bad about Jersey, but so far it really provides. It's given us
For sure,
dismembered
it provides.
bodies. It's significantly cheaper than New York, that's for sure.
I would say, Eric, the thing that people forget about New Jersey is that the sludge flows downhill, and then we get it all.
Hey, the sludge, if it anything, it's very calorically dense.
And it's good for the skin too. Really helps exfoliate.
That would explain why I'm peeling so much.
Oh, it's caustic. It has a pH of 15.
Oh my, that's
Yeah, it's a toxic chemical. So watch out for it. Yep, that's why it froths so much.
So is the Magic Emporium still in business? Are we still making some money off of that?
We actually just spun off the Magic Emporium in order to purchase some recording equipment to get back in the pod game, Eric. I know that podcasts have been given a bad rap, and I think now we're going to buy low on the podcasts and then sell high, which is the opposite of what we did with all of those stock options we had. Weren't they all in, what was it again?
I believe we did do stock options in gas.
Just right. We bought it all when it was expensive, and then we sold it all when it was cheap.
That was not great. Dark Brandon kind of fooled us again.
He got us.
He pulled that. What's the saying? He pulled the rope over our eyes and really just hung us up.
Absolutely. That is exactly how it is. And we also have that magic trick, too, at the Magic Emporium. I don't know why I'm giving a free business. I already sold it off. But here's the thing, Eric. We bought all that gas when we thought the price of gas was going straight to the moon. It was never coming down. Gas, baby.
I know.
We had so much gas. We were passing gas left and right. We didn't know what to do with it. And then all of a sudden, the price went down on us.
You know what they say? Gas goes up when you got all the mighty beans. So we were mighty beans and out.
Right. And our mighty beans and gas. We were living large. How were we supposed to know what 2024 was going to do to us?
Oh my gosh.
My goodness. It was rough. It was a rough year. It was a rough year. Yeah.
So with that money that you earned from the Magic stuff, I also was able to supplement it with my own side venture that I think it was doing pretty well for a while.
What was that? What was that segment, Eric? Little adventure.
It was my quote-unquote ethical petting zoo. All of the animals I found were very ethically sourced. All right, you hear some horror stories about the breeding world and designer breeding, and they can breed a lot of these animal species just to have deformities. Have you seen a pug? Those things have puppy CPOD. Or is it COPD? COPD.
Oh yeah, and their eyes kind of fall out. It's not great, but don't worry. That's right. I remember you just scooped up another litter from that
river. Farm. No, the river. You got the net out there. So how a lot of puppies and kittens are thrown in the river when they aren't wanted?
Oh, constantly.
I just kept scooping up those boxes, and I eventually had a herd.
I think that makes it ethical. Have you given them any of their vaccines or shots?
I personally don't think they need it because we shouldn't test on animals, man.
No, dude,
I don't know what's in those vaccines. Neither do the animals. They aren't getting it. But so that was just one sort of exhibit at my petting zoo. I also obviously had locally sourced rats. Those things, I'd feed them a little bit of bits that I found from maybe other rats. I'm not sure. We're in New Jersey, man. No, don't judge me, all right? And so I had a bunch of rats. Those were right next to the cats and dogs. They actually got along surprisingly well. It was a miracle.
Well, until it rained. Once it rained, then the water got into your enclosure there, and then all of a sudden it was raining cats and dogs. Not to mention rats.
Hey, you win some, you lose some. Mother Nature always comes out on top.
That's okay. We can go wrangle them all again with the net and get them back in there.
But it was great. It was great because the rain actually helped. I also won. I definitely won. I did not steal or commit anything against a carny where I could have stolen all of his goldfish. But I went to the fair. and I won a lot of goldfish, and that was in my petting zoo. The kids love petting those things, man.
Little cheap hack for the kids at home. If you go to the carnival and you see any goldfish that are upside down, they just let you take those ones home for free.
Exactly. It's great.
Yeah. You don't even have to win the game. They just give them to you.
So, and then right next to my rat exhibit, I also had my computer mice. So those things, some nerds loved them. Like they would come and just like click them around. I think they were being a little too hard on the mice, but overall that actually drew quite a crowd. So that was making good money. I had like a whole
Well,
litter.
you can feed the computer mice. You can feed them Cheetos, right?
Something like that. But dude, I had Dells, I had Lenovo's, I had some sketchy, not sketchy. I had some very exotic brands straight from China and Taiwan. They were beautiful looking mice, for sure.
One of the nice things about your petting zoo is how it was also an adoption center. You could just adopt any of them.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. You can take them home with you. It's the only petting zoo where if you pet them enough, you like form a special bond. You can just take them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care. Like, there was plenty to go around. It was great. It was a great location. A lot of people came in. And I think that's what really led me be able to pool our money together and buy this new recording equipment, man.
Well, except for Geronimo, we can't sell Geronimo.
Geronimo.
Yeah, Geronimo the sewer gator. He's my boy.
Okay, Geronimo is pretty cool. He does look after the recording studio when we aren't here, you know?
Yeah, we just keep him chained up.
He's our guard.
Back.
He's our guard gator.
We feed him a stray kitten or whatever, and our guard gator keeps it a tight lock on the place.
Yeah.
Dude, Geronimo's my favorite.
Geronimo, spelled Grrr, because he also
it rhymes with gator.
For some reason. No, he growls. He's the first gator I've seen to growl.
Yeah, like usually they do the thing, but this guy, he'll growl. Yeah, Geronimo.
Oh yeah, very cool.
He's a great guy. Well, Eric, I think we
it was all good. It was, I mean, that's basically it. Like we're on the up and up, and I think there's nothing but positivity left. You should tell the people actually about our new studio now that we were able to raise enough money to sort of rebuild the legacy that we once had.
Yeah, so we're kicking back in the cardboard castle here in Hoboken Station in New Jersey. We got all the finest amenities, as much pizza as we can keep from the rats. We have Geronimo the guard gator. We have sometimes the trains stop coming and going, and then we can record our podcast. And I made a deal with some guy named Satan when I sold the magic shop. So we have tons of good, high-quality recording instruments here.
Yeah, that's the way to go. I heard that Mr. Satan's quite cool.
I think it's just like the Italian way of saying Steve.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
there's a lot of Italians around here, yeah.
Is that why they call it Satan Island over there?
Yeah, Satan Island across the way. Yeah.
He owns the whole thing?
Yeah, it's just Italian
That's
Steve.
Crazy.
He owns the whole thing, yeah.
Man.
All right, well, we're going to try and turn this podcast around with our first official and only segment this week, which is Alex's Super Spreader segment. And this one is it's designed to bring joy and fun and spread the good word, because we're about spreading joy on this podcast.
Exactly. This podcast is, I know it might sound like we're down in the dumps, and the dump is right there, and that man over there did just in fact take a dump, but we might be down in the dumps, but we want to bring positivity. I feel like we always strive for that at this establishment. This podcast was always a beacon of hope and inspiration, especially to all the kids out there. Like, we just want to be positive. So that's why Alex is just spreading it as far as the eye can see. He's spewing it up. He's just coughing all over people. This positivity, and I hope they catch the bug.
Oh, yeah, we're dispersing this fine mist of positivity with raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles, and warm woolen mittens. Welcome to Alex's Super Spreader segment, which we're pretty sure we have not ripped off from anywhere. We just made it up right on the dome. Joy and positivity. So, Eric, this week we're talking about all things fall and all the things fall that bring us joy. That's right. It's applesauce season, baby. Go get a peck or maybe a bushel or even more apples and cook those down into some delicious homemade applesauce. What is your favorite ingredient in applesauce? Besides apples, what's the special kerchow that really spices that applesauce up?
I personally have to say it's love. So
That's what makes Subaru a Subaru, actually, Eric.
it is. It's the same ingredient that Subaru uses. So I like to get mine straight from Japan. So I import a little vial of love right from Japan, and it really makes applesauce pop, man. It's delicious.
See, what I really like to mix with my applesauce, Eric, is pumpkin spice. That's right. You got to take a couple pumpkins, juice them, extract the spice, and mix that in there for that cinnamony, raisiny goodness. And with the fall right around the corner, it is pumpkin spice season. What brings more joy than a cold pumpkin spice latte out there?
Oh, I do love
What
myself
is your
the pumpkin spice latte.
favorite place to enjoy a pumpkin spice latte? Share it with the people. Spread the word.
That's a tough, because the pumpkin spice latte is good everywhere, but there's nothing quite as good as enjoying a pumpkin spice latte sitting in a pool of the river, the caustic river. As it burns my skin away, I want to feel the same burning on the inside of me. Like, it's a balance. It's an equilibrium. So I'm just pouring piping hot pumpkin spice latte down my gullet as this caustic fluid is burning my outside, and it feels right in the world. Everything is at one. It's all zenful. And I think a lot of people in their hectic days forget just to sit down and enjoy some piping hot pumpkin spice latte, just pouring right down the gullet, man.
You got to put that pumpkin spice latte straight in my veins. What great words of joy and wisdom, Eric. I'll tell you where I like to have my pumpkin spice lattes. That's right, at the end of the subway line, when the screeching of the subway cars harmonizes with the screeching of your tinnitus, and you have the caffeine shakes. There's nothing quite like a pumpkin spice latte to take the edge off and brighten up your day. Nothing says, sorry, Mr. Migraine, maybe not today, than a pumpkin spice latte. You know what else is right around the corner, Eric? You know what pumpkin spice always reminds me of?
Let's see. If I were you, I would think of pumpkins and Halloween.
Wrong answer. It's the cold, fresh air that accompanies a spooky night like Halloween. That's right, Eric. We're talking flannel shirt season.
Oh, I love flannel shirt
joys
season,
out there. What is better, a flannel shirt, flannel trousers, or them comfy flannel undies, baby?
Flannel undies. You have not enjoyed pure bliss until you've had some flannel undies.
That's right. Come down to Alex's Magic Emporium in order to get your super not cursed magic flannel undies. They will cushion your man vegetables in a way that they have never been cushioned before at the low rate of you shooting blanks. Maybe some people want that. We don't know.
Wow,
Eric,
that's
besides
interesting.
Incredibly comfy flannel, you know what else is flannel? Flannel cheese. And while we're spreading flannel joys, we got to spread that flannel cheddar all over my mac and cheese, Eric. That's right, flannel cheddar. It is sharp. It is delicious.
Hey, Alex, you're being a little too positive here, man. We can't afford the flannel cheddar. We're in New Jersey. We have to make do with New Jersey cheese over here, man.
Well, that's why you got to treat yourself sometimes, and you got to go into the Trader Joe's and steal their cheese. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You had me in the first half there. No. We don't steal. We liberate. All right, say it.
Liberate that sharp cheddar cheese. Yeah.
Cheddar.
For the petting zoo.
Well, yeah, they always find cheese. I think my rats have unionized and formed a coalition, and they go around like the subway and just start beating people up. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty actually insane. They keep demanding protection money, and we have to keep getting flannel cheese to keep paying them off.
That is true. Well, as long as we got Geronimo.
Well, he helps too. You know, Geronimo he's pretty fierce.
He's our muscle. He is our muscle. Because I know I've been only eating liberated flannel cheese for the past couple months.
That will walk you up.
No, well, my bone density is quite thick, but my muscles, I am not hitting my protein goals, man.
That's not good, Eric. Well, we got one last thing on Alex's Super Spreader segment. We're spreading joy far and wide, all four corners to all the 5 boroughs and a lot of New Jersey via vectors of spread through the subway, mouth to mouth. You know what I mean? And that is licking frogs, Eric. It's that time of year for the frogs to go hibernate, so make sure you find them, dig them out of the mud, give them a good lick, good night, and then put them back in that mud so they can get all down in there with their breathing through their skin in the water all winter. They need a good lick in order to be sent to sleep. You wouldn't want to send a frog into hibernation without licking a homie.
That's true. No, I've actually heard studies that if frogs aren't properly moisturized before the winter hibernation, they could die of loneliness.
Oh, frog loneliness is a new epidemic that has been sweeping this country, and we're here on the Just Do It podcast taking a strong stance against it.
Exactly. So go out, lick a frog, and it's almost like your way of saying, I do care, Mr. Frog. And I think we all need a little bit more care and compassion and camaraderie in this world. Wouldn't you say so, Super Spreader?
That's right. The coughing at the end of the segment means it's time to recap as we spread all that joy. Go out and eat as much applesauce as you can. Ingest that delicious pumpkin spice. Wear your flannel, eat your flannel, and lick all your homies good night. This is coming at you from Just Do It Studios here in Hoboken, New Jersey. Good night, Eric.
Straight from the cardboard recording studio, might I add.
Straight from the source to your auditory pathways. A contagious, super infectious joy. We're out. What do you think of that segment, Eric? I think it was pretty good.
I like it. No, I think
I think
it gives the people what they want, positivity and happiness.
They need that positivity,
yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree.
That's what's been keeping us going.
That and scraps, man. I've been eating lots of scraps, and it keeps me going. I think it makes me scrappier. I have a will to get on top and beat the man. I'm ready to do anything.
I've been slinking, kind of like a Grinch, just kind of slinking places. That's a new skill I developed. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, I gotta say, New Jersey. I'm grateful that we found a spot, but it is strange. I believe it is
weird. Yeah.
It's the France of America.
It truly is the France of America, Eric. And with that, we need to thank all of our sponsors, of which we have none. They all dropped us.
Yeah, turns out New Jersey's hard place to have appeal and sponsors, I think it's tough. We'll get them. We'll get them back. I know Big Rose is gonna once they hear this hit their earwaves, they're gonna love it.
Oh, crawling back. So that's it. This has been Just Do It, a Dewey Brothers podcast. I'm Alex.
I am Eric.
And just send it.
Man, dude, I think I got the rickets. You got another slice of that orange?
Yeah, I can hand you the other half of this orange. Yeah, blood orange actually. I got off some monk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
Wait, pizza rat, get the fuck out of here. That was my last slice of pizza. What the? God damn it. Get back here, son of a...
Did the pizza rat get it again? Oh my gosh, I can't. All right, we got to get Geronimo on that guy ASAP.
Geronimo, get him! Ho, 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 ho.
I didn't hit stop.
No, you should probably.